So I just watched the new Jason Statham action film, Mutiny. Now I know what you're probably thinking. Whoa, you like Jason Statham movies? No. See, the reason I watched this film is because I'm part of this Discord group where we like to go on and we would like to watch bad movies together. And this weekend, the organizer of the group decided to schedule an event where people in his area would go ahead and watch the new Jason Statham film, Mutiny, in a theater together. Now, I sadly do not live close enough to this group's organizer to be able to attend, but I didn't want to be left out, so I decided I would watch the film on my own. And I would just like to say thank you to Amazon for allowing me to watch it from the comfort of my own home. Thank you, Amazon. That was very nice of you. So yeah, and if you're wondering if I've seen any Jason Statham action film ever, no. This will be my first dive into the world of Jason Statham action movies. And judging from the quality of this film, it will most likely be my last because this was boring. Like it wasn't even it's not even like so egregiously awful that I could like I'm most likely gonna forget every most things about this movie by like tomorrow. I guess I'll go ahead and start with the man of the hour himself, Jason Statham. He is very clearly sleepwalking through this entire movie. Like, he is not putting in any effort to actually try acting. When his boss dies at the beginning of the movie, spoiler alert, Jason Statham just kind of acts like it's a mild inconvenience. Like, oh. And, like, yeah, there are other bad actors in this, too. Like, at one point there's this news reporter who's like reporting on the death of Jason Statham's boss and like literally has the most I'm just literally reading this off a teleprompter performance I've ever seen. There's literally since we're talking about Jason Statham, I love how they have to make him like the greatest guy ever because there's literally just a scene in the movie where characters like go over this long list of achievements he has, like, oh, he was in the Navy, he was in the Marines, he has like he has like the Purple Heart, and he did all these great things, and he's all around just a real great guy. Like, oh, you gotta remind the audience how great Jason Statham is. And he manages, like, in the climax, he gets like stabbed in like the chest, and he manages to survive, even though I guarantee you that like if he had stabbed one of the goons he was taking out 5 minutes earlier in that same place, they would have instantly died. But no, it's Jason Statham, and he's great, so he lives through it. The female lead in this is also not great. Like, immediately, first scene in the movie, they have to establish that she has a daughter and she loves her daughter, and she's mad that she has to leave her daughter in order to do this mission on the boat. So right away they have to be like, oh, we have to make you like her. She has a daughter and she loves her. You like her now, right? Like, I think that's literally her only character, that she has a daughter that she loves. And like, in terms of acting, she seemed fine at first, but then there's this scene kind of around the middle of the movie where Jason Statham cleans her wounds, and that scene in particular showed that she is how bad of an actress she is. Like, again, I don't even know if Jason Statham, like, is he, maybe he's good in other movies, I don't know. Maybe this is an outlier, I'm not sure. And same for this person. Same for the lead actress in this. Maybe she is good in other movies. I don't know. I've never seen her in anything else before. But yeah, in this movie, from that point on, that scene made me realize that no, she's actually pretty bad, and the rest of the movie does not redeem her in any way. In terms of the other characters, Jason Statham's boss, who dies at the beginning, he is like, I swear, the nicest billionaire ever. Like, Jason Statham's basically his like personal driver and bodyguard. he gives Jason Statham a house on like the property of his mansion. And like this house is pretty nice too. Like it's like not as big, but it still looks like it's like designed by like an art director. It still looks like it's designed by like the same artist who made the mansion. He like sits down and talks to Jason Statham and plays chess with him. He remembers the date that his dad died. He gives Jason Statham a watch in front of all his billionaire buddies at a dinner party. It's like, oh, this is such a nice billionaire. It's again, also you'll actually feel bad when he gets killed 5 minutes later. Like you could have just had it be like it's his like Statham needs to get revenge because he feels like he failed his job to protect this guy. Like it just feels really exaggerated how nice he is. Some scenes in this feel dubbed or like there's very obvious ADR. Like early on in the movie, Statham is like walking through his house and like he has his back to the camera, so you just see the back of his head like this, and it's really obvious that like he just ADR'd in a lot his lines later when he's doing that. And then like for some reason, the captain of the ship in this, in his first scene and only in his first scene, he strangely sounds like he's been dubbed over by somebody else who's like kind of trying to match the accent that this person might have. I don't know, it's like weird to describe, but like for some reason, just watching his first scene, I'm thinking, did they dub over this guy? What's up with this? Why does he sound like that? And then he doesn't sound like that again for the rest of the movie. He sounds fine. It's like, oh, what's happening? A lot of this movie takes place at night or in dimly lit warehouses. So there's like quite a few scenes where you're like looking and it's all dark. You're looking at the screen and it's all dark, so it's hard to tell what exactly is going on. The action itself, though, it's like fine. It's nothing to write home about, though. Like it's like, yeah, in the moment, I'm like, okay, that was a little cool, I guess. All right, that's fun. That's a fine action scene, sure. Some plot details are like hard to follow. So like immediately, Jason Statham gets blamed for the death of his boss because they think he was behind his murder and that all the goons that he shot there on site were like dressed as cops. So everyone's like, "Oh, he's a cop killer," and so that's why he's on the boat because he's trying to flee to somewhere else. And honestly, it's like I don't understand what his end game is after escaping Bangkok on this boat. Like, okay, you're gonna go to this other country, and then what? Just live a quiet life there? And then when the female lead like finds the when she finds all of the refugees that are like being trafficked in the on the boat, it's like I was like thinking, wait, how did she find them? Because she was like wandering around because like the ship and she heard them, but I was like, why was she wandering around the ship again? What's going on? Because Statham like is hiding in the cargo hold. That's how he hears them. How did she? Why did she leave her post to wander the ship and eventually hear them? I didn't understand. I was like thinking, wait, what's going on? Why is she doing? Um, the Navy. There is like a brigade of Navy officers in this movie, and at first I was like, oh, cool, it's another movie that like makes the Navy slash Army slash whatever look like complete morons, but no, they actually do kind of make them seem pretty smart. Like the female lead sends a distress signal that the captain very quickly shuts off, and they give him a call, and they're like, "Hold on, that's why did they turn it off, turn it on again, turn on that distress signal, then turn it off again?" And at first, one of them's like, "Yeah, it's probably a mistake." And then, like, immediately the superior officer goes, "Well, hold on, let's call them and make sure everything's on the up and up." And then the captain gives them this like stupid little story like, oh, my boys, they saw a ship out there, we got hijacked by pirates a few years ago, so we were like, oh no, they were worried, but like, it's all right, it wasn't pirates, it was just a fishing vessel. And at first I'm like, there's no way the Navy officer's gonna buy this. Thankfully, he doesn't, because after the captain hangs up, he's like, all right, this is weird. We need to look up, see what fishing boats would be in that area at this time. try and figure out a dossier on this captain guy. We need to figure out what's going on. And they actually do make the Navy fairly competent throughout this movie. Till the end, when like the Navy's gonna arrest Jason Statham because like they saw on the news him being accused of murdering his boss and these cops. But it's okay because the female lead manages to convince them, oh, that's not Jason Statham. Jason Statham died. He fell off the ship like a while ago. This is just a crewmate of mine. He's very hurt. Please help him. And they buy it. They buy it. And he freaking steals a ship that like some people coming to get the refugees who are being human trafficked. He takes their ship and leaves. And the Navy doesn't question this. They're like, oh, he's taking that ship. All right, cool. See you later. Not Jason Statham. Bye. It's like, all of a sudden, they're just complete morons at the end. But like, yeah, for most of the movie, I was kind of wishing the movie would have been about these guys. Because I'm like, these are the closest to characters I actually care about in this movie. And some of their scenes, I thought they had some charm in them. Like when they find out Statham's on the ship and he's a cop killer, like, great. Just the thing this shitstorm was missing. Like, yeah, they have some charming moments. They're the closest to characters I care for in this movie. Yeah, and by the way, Statham, all of a sudden at the end, he grows a heart because, like, he lets one of the smugglers go because the smuggler gives this, like, sob story that, oh, I was tricked into allowing this to happen, like, because he kind of controls the ship, and he's like, oh, I didn't know. They just told me to carry this cargo. I didn't look into it. I didn't know there were people in there. Oh, and Statham buys it. He's like, all right, you rascal, get on out of here. You go on. It's like, dude, like, come on. There's no way this guy didn't know what was happening on his own ship. And oh, the film literally ends with Statham just tracking down like the lead who put out the hit on his boss, kills him, and just walk. Oh, by the way, because the guy said he's like saying, "I can give you anything, just don't kill me. What do you want?" Statham kills him, and he goes, "Vengeance." Walks away. Film ends. Like, just wait, that's it? Like, what is your plan now? The police like still think you killed your boss. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna try and escape Bangkok again? You came back here. You already escaped, and then you came back just to kill this guy, and you let another guy go. What? Statham, I don't understand what your deal is. What's your plan? What are you gonna do? I mean, I guess I should be happy because I thought they were gonna sequel bait us when he said, "I'm gonna finish the job." And then there's the last 10 minutes of him in Bangkok tracking down these last two people. Alright, yeah. Whatever. This film is stupid. It's definitely not the worst action film I've seen, especially since I just saw like 2 Steven Seagal movies over the course of a month. If you just want to see like some action schlock that has Jason Statham in it, you can do worse than this, but like it's not worth going to see in theaters. This honestly felt like it should have been a straight to streaming movie. I'm honestly shocked this even got a theatrical release. Now I'm going to give Mutiny an F. So those are my thoughts on Mutiny. If you've seen it, be sure to let me know what you think down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to see more reviews like this in the future. And on that note, I will see you next time. Have a great day.